We have the freedom to plan our lives starting at birth. Then one day our health changes and we realize we may not have planned for everything. Most of us that reach 65 will eventually rely on others to help us do the things we now take for granted. What's your plan for long-term care? Certified Senior Solutions Specialists can help. Even if you don't qualify for long-term care insurance, you may qualify for a new special critical illness policy that pays cash for conditions that cause most long-term care insurance claims. Call us today to plan ahead.
South Carolina Blue presents Senior Connections, a show about senior issues and events, a guide to active independent living in South Carolina, with your host, Kara Gormley, and financial consultant, Dr. Kevin Skipper.
Welcome to Senior Connections. I'm Kevin Skipper. This is your source for all the things that you want to learn about when it comes to tips and strategies and information about seniors. And you are?
I'm Kara Gormley, and Janet Halliday's up in just a few minutes with today's Senior Spotlight.
That's going to be great.
It is. I'm excited to see what she has in store for today. But first, in today's Senior Stories, this is a story that's a bit troubling because it focuses on women. And a new study found that, and this is published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, that older women spend 10 hours a day, that's 2/3 of their waking hours, without moving at all.
Well, my mother, as she aged, we actually put a camera in her house so that I could monitor that.
Sure.
Because I found her getting up in the night, and then I found her sleeping midday, and she wasn't getting enough activities. So if some of our viewers have their parents going through this, what are some technologies that have come out to address that issue?
Well, this study really suggests that people should get up and should get moving. The good news is that we have all seen a lot of these studies that show if you do exercise, there are so many health benefits, even if you don't start exercising until late at night. Mm-hmm. Correct. So exercise helps cut down on some of the effects they've proven for Alzheimer's, also lower blood pressure. So the name of the game is get up and get moving. And
my mom, we actually bought a Wii. You know, to play the bowling, and she would destroy you in bowling. She was really a good bowler, but it got her up. The assisted living facility she was in, they actually had bowling competitions. Mm-hmm. So all of this says, get up. It's a new year. If your parents don't have some of those activities, you might consider purchasing that for them.
Well, that's the thing. There is also another study and some research out there that talks about getting older folks moving through video games. And there's a Wii track system now that they're developing that right now you usually have to stay in front of the television to do the bowling or any of these other activities. But they're developing a new sensor that would allow you to move around the house. And the Wii folks are hoping that that sensor could be used for other things, like to help people who are prone to falling. So as you say, you are monitoring your mom through a camera. In the future, they're hoping this technology will allow folks to have a machine at their home and to be able to monitor their parent or the adult that they're trying to keep track of without a sensor, through this technology in their video game server.
Yeah, another way to get activity is grandchildren.
Yes, running around after grandchildren. And we want to remind everybody, we're looking for the greatest grandkids in South Carolina.
And so send in your nomination. We'd like to share the stories, share the posting right here on Senior Connections. Mm-hmm. Coming up next, we're going to talk with the folks of South Carolina Blue. How would you like to just be able to walk in off the street and get your questions about health care answered? We'll tell you about it when we come back on Senior Connections.
Senior Connections, brought to you by South Carolina Blue, here for you. Witt Ash Furniture. And by the South Carolina Medical Endoscopy Center.
As large corporations continue to take over local businesses, Carnegie and Mosley Funeral Home is still family-owned and independent. They believe that bigger doesn't mean better, and people always come before profits. That trust is earned, not bought. The Carnegie and Mosley family has been serving families since 1884. Carnegie and Mosley Funeral Home, they are your neighbors, and you'll appreciate the difference.
At Crescent Construction, we know your home is one of your most valuable assets.
We specialize in roofing and remodeling projects. Leaks, storm damage, and age are all signs you may need to repair or even replace your roof. We perform a 20-point certified roof inspection when most contractors do not. We can better identify issues that may result in further and more costly damage.
A roofing assessment is free, so call us at 781-1900.
We guarantee our team is professional, clean, and dedicated to your satisfaction. So call us today.
Harbor Chase, an assisted living and memory care community, is home to the best, those who live here and those who care for them. Kindness abounds, as does respect for each life and the dignity it has earned. Our highly trained, compassionate associates provide the highest quality of care that engages body, mind, and spirit.
I'm so glad my son found Harbor Chase for me. I'm happy here.
Harbor Chase, celebrating senior living each and every day.
Woodash is having a mattress sale. Why pay thousands of dollars for a Visco memory foam mattress when you can get a complete two-piece queen set at Woodash for $3.99? This quality mattress layered with Visco memory foam features a cool, comfortable quilted top for a comfortable, cool sleep every night. Highly resilient, highly durable, and best of all, at a discount price starting at just $3.99 for the two-piece queen set. For the lowest discount prices featuring Visco memory foam mattresses starting at $3.99, shop Woodash today. Woodash, located in the heart of the Vista, 919 Gervais.
Welcome back to Senior Connections. All of us have experienced the frustration when it comes to getting our health care questions answered, about dialing a phone number, getting a voicemail, leaving a message, nobody returns our call. Well, South Carolina Blue has got a solution to that, and joining us with South Carolina Blue is Ashley Meservey, and welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
So that's very frustrating to have to go through 800 numbers at a time where it seems our confusion about health insurance is higher than I can ever remember in my life.
I'm telling you, one of the things that's great about South Carolina Blue is it gives that personal touch that so many people have been waiting for. I know that whenever I talk to my dad, who's now 65, I set him up with a South Carolina Blue insurance agent, and he was just talking about how easy it was just to have that type of connection with someone. And this time it was over the phone, and then they live in the Low Country, went to the store in Mount Pleasant, and it's amazing, and it really does change the game.
And there's a lot more going on at the store than just sitting down face to face with one of those folks. At the store in Bower Parkway, I got a chance to go over and take a look, and we were just talking about the Wii system.
Yes, we have a Wii
set up there to get people moving, also for child care when people bring their parents in or come in for themselves.
And we have the biometric machine, which kind of tells you all the things you need to know about as far as your weight and your BMI and things like that. So if you want to just stop in there, it's absolutely free. Check it out.
I'm thinking Kevin and I need to go over there.
I think it might
and
be
get our BMI checked.
Do it for 2014.
Out in public there.
And we've got to do something about that BMI.
Tell me about it.
You know,
TMI, right? Too much information.
That's right. But you also said there's a resource for employers. One of the frustrations that HR department has is they have a group health plan and they got 20 employees and they don't have time to answer all the questions for all those employees. How can you help?
South Carolina Blue wants to be that outlet, wants to be a place that these small business owners can send their employees to say, listen, go find out more information, because with how many things are changing and they're changing constantly, these HR directors don't have all the time to be coming up with the latest answer for all of these hard questions.
And it's going to get more confusing as we move toward the implementations in the new year. So we're looking forward to you as a resource and teaching us more about these things.
Well, we urge everyone to go to scblueretailcenters.com to find out more information about South Carolina Blue and also to access information on our upcoming events.
Wonderful.
Thanks for being with us.
Ashley Meservey, thanks for being here today. And still to come back when we return, Kevin has a special guest. I'm excited about this one, someone that'll help us stay warm this winter.
Stay with us.
Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Darby at Beds & Such. We're a furniture store located at 2265 Augusta Highway, right behind the Chick-fil-A. We buy overruns, discontinued items. This store changes literally every day. You may have seen the national campaigns for new Cool Gel memory foam mattresses. The average price starts at $15.99 and they go into the thousands. This is our new top-of-the-line Cool Gel memory foam mattress. It has high resilient core, 4 inches of Italian latex, 3 inches of 4-pound gel-infused visco foam for a cooler sleep, $11.99 for a queen-size set. This is the national competitor's $3,000 version. It has 4 inches of 4-pound visco memory foam on a high resilient core, $7.99 a queen-size set. We now carry the same high-quality adjustable beds as our competitors at a fraction of the price. This queen fully adjustable bed with massage and wireless remote is only $11.99, and when combined with any of our all-foam mattresses, you could have the ultimate luxury sleep experience starting at $17.99. We invite you to Beds & Such to see what all we have to offer.
We have the freedom to plan our lives starting at birth. Then one day our health changes and we realize we may not have planned for everything. Most of us that reach 65 will eventually rely on others to help us do the things we now take for granted. What's your plan for long-term care? Certified Senior Solutions Specialists can help. Even if you don't qualify for long-term care insurance, you may qualify for a new special critical illness policy that pays cash for conditions that cause most long-term care insurance claims. Call us today to plan ahead.
Don't compromise, mobilize with All Medical.
Enhance your mobility and independence with a van from All Medical. Choose from a Dodge Caravan or a Honda Odyssey and customize it for your needs. Whether you're slightly ambulatory or in a wheelchair, you'll enjoy knowing you can get around town whenever you want. You depend on All Medical to provide services and products to fit your lifestyle. Now call on All Medical to take you that extra mile.
Don't compromise, mobilize with All Medical.
You know, choosing a financial advisor is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. You're seeking out a person or a firm that you will entrust your life savings with. I'm Dr. Kevin Skipper. I've been a financial consultant for over 20 years here in Columbia. Our firm is Discipline Financial Management. Here's some questions to ask an advisor. How long have you been in business and what are your credentials? What's your investment philosophy? What is your sales strategy? Let us answer these questions and many others. Give us a call at Discipline Financial Management.
Growing up, my parents worked hard, but they always took time to make us feel special. We had some hard times, but all I can remember is feeling loved and secure. Now they're older, and I want them to feel that same security. They need a little extra help now, so I turn to Retirees Senior Services. They provide services from meals and medication reminders to more detailed care when we need it. When a nursing home is not the answer, get the quality in-home care your parents deserve. Call Retirees, home care made easy.
Welcome back to Senior Connections, brought to you by South Carolina Blue. I'm Kevin Skipper.
And I'm Kara Gormley Metter.
So, question for you.
Yes.
Cold nature, hot nature? Who fights in the thermostat at home?
I used to be cold.
Used to be.
But as I've gotten a little older,
yeah,
I'm starting to warm up a little
bit.
bit.
How about your husband? Cold nature?
No, we call him the space heater.
Oh, yeah?
Actually, yes.
Yeah, I get that in my house, too. But
a lot of fluctuating.
I like a colder house with the fan running. It doesn't always make sense, but I know a lot of our seniors, the wintertime can be a deadly time, that if they don't have their thermostat right or they don't have the furnace right or they can catch a fire or it's outdated equipment, it's a major, major issue. Joining us today is Lewis Nix. He's the owner of On Call Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
Yes, sir.
Good to have you with us.
Good to be here. Thank you for having me.
So I guess a lot of people aren't proactive when it comes to their heaters. They wait till it's a cold, cold night and then it doesn't work. And then they call you and you're supposed to fix it five minutes ago, right now. Yeah, tell us about that.
Pretty standard. What we tend to find, equipment need to be treated like vehicles. Maintenance, keep up with them. South Carolina, we run through the gamut. You know, it can be 80 degrees one day, 35 the next, and we really do tax the equipment, you know, heating and air conditioning equipment. More often than not, you know, we want to run fireplaces or we want to wait till the last minute and then turn it on and, you know, 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, wonder why we're not getting warm, wonder, you know, we get an electric bill, why the bill's through the roof.
Yes.
And then we start to struggle.
When it comes to seniors, what should they be looking for in order to make sure that they're maintained? Is it a certain month plan, and how costly can those be?
They really are relatively efficient cost-wise. With the way that the market, the players in the marketplace, different vendors that offer services, the prices are really very reasonable. It comes down really finding a provider or a service provider that you feel comfortable with. On average, somewhere in the neighborhood of $100 every year, every 6 months.
So it's a yearly?
It is, and what you really would anticipate on a residential type service is that twice a year, as you kind of get geared up for the cooling season, as you get geared up for the heating season. Have somebody come out and just make sure that everything looks like it's working like it's supposed to be.
I guess one of the fears that some seniors have when it comes to heating and air is some untrustworthy person coming into their house saying they need a furnace and they really don't need a furnace. That's why I like doing business with folks like you. What would you say to them about finding a trustworthy person that will say, I can fix it rather than replace it if it really doesn't need to be replaced?
In any industry, you're going to find unscrupulous individuals. That's how people are going to try and generate and make money, and it happens day in and day out. We get plenty of phone calls. Ideally, there are ways that you can go and verify that the people you're trying to conduct business with are legitimate. On Better Business Bureau website, testimonials, phone calls, have conversations. We will answer any questions that you have. We would love to. We will come out. We will visit with you. We will do it for free. We will entertain whatever pieces and parts you want to have conversations about, and we will try and give you the best option at the end of the day to suit your needs.
So Lewis Nix, on-call plumbing, heating, and air.
Yes, sir.
Give them the phone number that they can get in touch with you.
It's relatively easy. It's area code 803-781-HELP.
That is easy.
It is
it's
easy.
not
Call
too
for
bad.
help.
Call for help.
And don't wait till the winter night till it's broke. Give him a call and be proactive. Thanks for being with us, Lewis.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, still to come, Janet Halliday comes up with her senior spotlight. Stay tuned for that. We'll be right back after the break.
Closed captioning made possible by Beds and Such, located at 2265 Augusta Road in West Columbia.
You may be considering a reverse mortgage. You may wonder, what are some of the benefits of a reverse mortgage? Joining us today is Larry Reed. Larry, give us an overview of what are some of the benefits of a reverse mortgage.
Thanks, Kevin. You know, these are three of them really important ones. It converts equity into cash, which is important to people, secures the home for a lifetime for the heirs, and the heirs are always protected. There's no liability to an estate.
That is good information. If you need to talk with Larry about a reverse mortgage, give him a call at 269-1053. He can help you understanding these programs. Welcome back to Senior Connections, brought to you by South Carolina Blue, a great feature that Janet Halliday has put together. Tell us about it.
That's right. Well, Janet joined by Maria Franks with Still Hopes in today's Senior Spotlight. Janet?
Yes, all of you are aware of Still Hopes, I hope, but I brought along Maria Frank today. She's the director, and she's going to be telling us about some changes they're making over there. But for viewers who are not familiar with Still Hopes, tell us about some of the services that you offer.
Well, actually, Still Hopes is a full-scale retirement community. We have everything from wonderful apartments and cottages to Medicare rehab. We have dementia-assisted living, we have concierge apartments, and also skilled nursing, along with a full-size wellness center with an indoor warm water pool where we can do warm water therapy rehab, that kind of thing, and a full-service chapel.
Now, I know that Still Hopes has always been on the cutting edge of all the technology and different things in the retirement communities. But tell us about the changes that are taking place.
Oh, we've got some exciting things happening, actually. We are, as our executive director, Danny Sanford says, we are creating and recreating over 32,000 square feet of new amenities for our residents. And we're doing that because of the lifestyle that we've promised them and that they want to have at Still Hope. So we're having everything from a wonderful new center that's going to seat over 300 people. It can also be broken down to smaller rooms for separate meetings, but another pub, notice I said another pub, another, I know, another casual dining venue, because seniors don't want just one place to eat. They want, different things to do. We are vastly increasing our library because we have voracious readers, that kind of thing. So it's just going to be a wonderful, full-scale, and there's not going to be anything else like it basically in Columbia.
And how long is this process going to take?
Well, Main Street is going to be finished before Christmas, but the other thing that we're adding are the Indigo Woods cottages, and they're going to be luxurious cottages that have really been speaking to, when people retire, what they want, because they don't want to just downsize. They want to go ahead and have a plan in place for the rest of their lives. So these cottages are going to have wonderful tall ceilings and all of the luxurious features that everybody's wanting.
That's great information. So Janet, tell some of our viewers how they can be nominated for Senior Spotlight, because you've got some great things lined up.
Right.
Tell them how they can do that.
We are asking for nominations for those individuals that we want to focus on and put a spotlight on. Maybe veterans, those folks turning 100, and if you give us a call at 734-1317 or info@seniorconnections.tv, send those nominations in and we'll get them on our Senior Spotlight.
Thanks for sharing with us today about Still Hopes. Great information.
Thank you. I
we
appreciate y'all asking us.
Many of you out there have senior parents. We've got a senior parent checklist to help you with matters that you need to know about with financial insights when we come back right here.
Harbor Chase, an assisted living and memory care community, is home to the best, those who live here and those who care for them. Kindness abounds, as does respect for each life and the dignity it has earned. Our highly trained, compassionate associates provide the highest quality of care that engages body, mind, and spirit.
I'm so glad my son found Harbor Chase for me. I'm happy here.
Harbor Chase, celebrating senior living each and every day.
You may have seen actors on TV talking about reverse mortgages. Well, I am not an actor. I am Larry Reed and I live in the Midlands. For 7 years, I have been meeting face-to-face with older adults throughout the Carolinas and Georgia, supporting them to safely access their home equity with the federally insured reverse mortgage. So please call me. I'll help you understand the program, and then you can decide if a reverse mortgage is right for you.
Growing up, my parents worked hard, but they always took time to make us feel special. We had some hard times, but all I can remember is feeling loved and secure. Now they're older, and I want them to feel that same security. They need a little extra help now, so I turn to Retirees Senior Services. They provide services from meals and medication reminders to more detailed care when we need it. When a nursing home is not the answer, get the quality in-home care your parents deserve. Call Retirees, home care made easy.
Attention, catheter patients on Medicare.
I use catheters, and if you do too, please listen carefully. There is a new catheter that hurts less, and you can get a free sample by calling this number now.
Pain and urinary tract infections have been avoided by many of my patients. These new disposable catheters hurt less. It's an incredible new design that reduces pain. The eyelets are polished, so they glide smoothly and effortlessly across your sensitive skin. Call now and get a free sample. Medicare and your insurance will pay for up to 200 of these catheters per month, all at little or no cost to you.
Call now for your free sample. It will arrive with a complete 90-day order, and if it doesn't reduce your pain, we'll pick them up for free.
Please call 1-800-394-8763. That's 1-800-394-8763. 1-800-394-8763.
At Crescent Construction, we know your home is one of your most valuable assets.
We specialize in roofing and remodeling projects. Leaks, storm damage, and age are all signs you may need to repair or even replace your roof. We perform a 20-point certified roof inspection when most contractors do not. We can better identify issues that may result in further and more costly damage.
A roofing assessment is free, so call us at 781-1900.
We guarantee our team is professional, clean, and dedicated to your satisfaction. So call us today.
We have the freedom to plan our lives starting at birth. Then one day our health changes and we realize we may not have planned for everything. Most of us that reach 65 will eventually rely on others to help us do the things we now take for granted. What's your plan for long-term care? Certified Senior Solutions Specialists can help. Even if you don't qualify for long-term care insurance, you may qualify for a new special critical illness policy that pays cash for conditions that cause most long-term care insurance claims. Call us today to plan ahead.
Welcome back to Senior Connections, presented by South Carolina Blue. And it's time for some financial insights. Dr. Kevin Skipper, you're a financial consultant with Discipline Financial Management. And what do you have in store for us today, Kevin?
You know, I do better with a checklist. Do you?
Yes, I have to write everything down.
You can write it down
Yes.
and check it off. For the new year, a parent care checklist. Some of you are watching are seniors or you have senior parents. Today, this week, and next week, we want to present a parent care checklist. We can't cover it all. This is in writing. You can send me an email. But first, make sure your financial house is organized, that your kids know what you have, where it is, and who to talk to.
What documents are you talking about?
Well, just your assets, your liabilities, how much you owe on your house, how much you have in savings, and then a legal checklist. Do you have a will, durable power of attorney? Do you have a living will? If you're older, do you have a do not resuscitate document? And then a beneficiary audit. Who is the beneficiary of your key documents? These are all things that you want to have. Send me an email, kevin.skipper@lpl.com. I'll send you the full checklist. And if you want to be the fifth caller right now, we're giving away the book, The Gratitude Principle. Give us a call at 743-1317.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us on Senior Connections.
And coming up next, the South Carolina Medical Endoscopy, a senior extra coming up next. I'm Kevin Skipper. Hope you'll join us again next week right here.
Colonoscopy is a screening procedure to protect patients from colon cancer by looking for polyps and destroying them. Everyone should have a colonoscopy starting at age 50. If you have additional risk factors such as family history or previous polyps, you start earlier.
The South Carolina Medical Endoscopy Center is the place to get a colonoscopy done because it's the simplest and the staff is very friendly, and Dr. Lloyd was just great.
For more, contact South Carolina Medical Endoscopy or go to wistv.com and click on Health.
It's now time for the South Carolina Medical Endoscopy Senior Connections Extra. Each week at this time, we want to give you the latest tips, news, and strategy to help you detect and treat and hopefully prevent a cancer that is preventable. One of the world's experts is right here in Columbia, Dr. Stephen Lloyd, and our topic today, know the stars. You know, Dr. Lloyd, there's stars for restaurants, and there's stars for air travel, and there's stars for hotels. A 5-star colonoscopy seems to be a stretch, but that's what you guys do.
It's so important. There's so many different aspects that are important in obtaining a colonoscopy.
Break it down for us.
The first is quality. You want to have a doctor that has a very high ADR, the adenoma detection rate. We have the highest. But the other is comfort. We have anesthesia. We were the first to introduce anesthesia.
Knock me out.
Be asleep.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like much fun when a doctor has a 5-foot hose that they want to explore your derriere with. When you're asleep, it's no problem. The only part that's difficult about the test is the prep, is getting cleaned out.
And then you got some other stars.
Yeah, the third is to the convenience. You want to be sure that you're not inconvenienced too much.
Because we're all busy.
We're all busy. We have Saturday hours for those. And then the other is safety. You want to be sure that the doctor doesn't have a record.
Because what can go wrong? I mean,
you can put a hole in the colon. It's called a perforation. And nationally, it happens about 1 out of every 1,000 tests. Our record is less than 1 per 5,000. So we have 5 times the safety. So you've got the quality, you've got the convenience, you've got the comfort, you've got the safety, but the last is the cost.
I got to pay for this procedure.
It doesn't cost
my insurance.
It doesn't cost any more to have the best. We want to be sure that having poor insurance is not a death sentence. We will fight as hard as we can with your insurance company to be sure that the benefits that are due to you with Obamacare, the new Affordable Care Act, is supposed to pay for colonoscopies with 0 out-of-pocket expenses. A lot of the insurance companies are trying to hide, but we will fight for you. We want to make it affordable. We want to be sure that no one dies from colorectal cancer. It's the preventable cancer. It's the cancer that no one should die from.
So a 5-star rating for a colonoscopy right here in Columbia, South Carolina.
That's right. Remember, you want quality, comfort, convenience, safety, and at the same cost.
Now, does someone call you, or do they have to have a referral from their
You don't
doctor?
have to have a referral. It's like having a mammogram.
Okay.
You can call yourself, check on our website, saveyourcolon.org, or just call the office.
Great information, Dr. Stephen Lloyd, a national, world-known expert in this area. I hope that you'll give him a call. It could save you or your loved one's life. You've been listening to the South Carolina Medical Endoscopy Senior Connections Extra. Know your ADR is what they say. Know what that number is, because it is preventable. We'll join you again next week right here.
Senior Connections, brought to you by South Carolina Blue, here for you. Whit Ash Furniture, and by the South Carolina Medical Endoscopy Center.